Well, howdy everybody. This is going to go ahead and start some of those questions that came up on the video the other day. As you can see, I've got my handy coffee cup is going to be assisting me, and so watch me just sort of shamelessly sponsor my products. Delicious. Okay, so here's what we're going to go over today. Quick just product handling for you guys that are buying these packs in the 2.5 gallon or 1 gallon jugs. I think that it's really important that everybody understands how to use properly. So I'm gonna have my hose in sprayer and something you can do to make that a little bit easier, and some product. So first and foremost, a lot of questions about when should certain things go out, and I'm going to answer that quickly. So starting off your season, sort of the baseline biostimulant product, one of our most popular in the line, is the RGS. RGS was initially designed to be that spring and fall product. It helps to establish deeper rooting, kind of gets the grass set up so it'll be less stressed during the summer. It has the kelp and the fulvic and humic in there, so it's really going to be giving you an awful lot of benefit right out of the gate, and that is applied with your fertilizer of choice, whatever you may be putting out, if it's granular or liquid. There'll be more options on that as we move forward. So that's kind of your first hit. Following that up with either the Aerate or Humic 12, okay, that would be sort of your next application, is where that would go. Following that with the dethatch product, which I like to get when it warms up. It's in the best time to kind of hit that when daytime temperatures are in the 80s. It really helps to digest and break down faster, so that's a good time to do that. When it's getting hot, you start adding in your minor nutrients, your 700 or your 002. Great time to be putting out your minor nutrients and applying when it's in the heat, because we don't want to push any growth. That'll stress out the plant. And then as we move forward into things cooling off, you get back into that RGS time. Now, you can follow the label rates. All right, there's on most of these, you're going to be looking between 3 and 6 ounces, so you can kind of stick with that. No real tricks there, unless your lawn is in horrible shape, and you might want to up those rates to recover things a little bit quickly, and don't be afraid to do that. Now, the benefit that you get as a homeowner applying is that you get to be on your grass all the time. As professionals, we don't get to do that. We have to have things go on these 4, 6, 8 week cycles, depending on how programs are set up. So our product application rates will vary from what you get to do at home. So for instance, if I was out on my front lawn one day and I'm looking at it and just saying, this looks a little off color or something, I can immediately at that point go into the shed, pull out my gallon jug of 002 or of 700 and give it a quick dose, and voila, we're done. Okay, so you can kind of schedule your own lawn care based on the apparent needs of the lawn. So there's not a wrong time to apply biostimulants ever. There's not a wrong time to apply micronutrients ever. So you can constantly be doing that, and you can spoon feed really as much as you want. So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, we're going to go with sort of the handling here. So when you do get your jugs and you're dealing with these, this is a 2.5 gallon. Okay, they're pretty heavy. So you're going to be in that 22 to 26 pounds per gallon, depending on the product. So it can be a little bit heavy. But it's very important that you agitate it before you use it. I typically like to do it something like this, like your mother was dirt, like really just kind of yell some things at it. Your father were rocks. You smell like sea kelp. Really get it mad, so it's just angry and bubbling. Or you can just do this. That actually kind of works better. Sometimes it gets a little too mad and foamy, and you really don't want it tries to jump out of your hand. So don't be too mean when you're agitating it. But so just shake. All right. That's super important, and that's with any of the products, because you have a lot of carbon in here, and you want to get that up into the solution. All right, so it's very important. Now, this guy. So I typically tend to apply on any at-home application. Don't let this big truck fool you. It's rarely ever here. this thing because it's so simple to use. Now, one of the best things that you can do with this, and you'll find quickly, they put a very fine mesh screen on the bottom here, and I don't like that. So to get a good flow of product, get something sharp, take it, poke through that screen, okay? Just get it in there, do that. Make a little hole in it so that you can actually get a little bit of a better flow, because this is such a fine thing, and it's meant to keep other particles like little rocks and things like that from jamming up the sprayer. Well, you're not gonna get that when you're using these products. So it's just because, again, that carbon material, once it gets hydrated, you have a little bit of an opportunity to have, this kind of gunky stuff that can get in there. So that's really all you do. So using that hose end sprayer, follow the label on how many ounces are gonna go out per 1,000 square feet. Know your lawn. Do the simple calculations. I'm assuming everybody knows how to do that here. Don't just say I have a 1/4 acre lot and then put that much out. You don't have that much grass. Go to findlotsize.com. Trace your grass out. It's very accurate if you don't want to walk across it and you don't know what that is. And it'll tell you exactly what it is. Findlotsize.com. It works really well. And actually there's quite a few professionals that use that to bid lawn care because it's just easier than getting out there. So there's a little tip for you. So, the other thing that's different for different people is their walking paces. And, I tend to move pretty quick. So I like to have my rate set pretty high, personally, because I move across. And then after it's sprayed out, I just kind of hit it with some extra water, just because. So, on some of these products that you're dealing with, like the humic and the RGS, and really any of those, they don't need to be watered in. They can rely on the sort of natural side. But if you're already out there and you're walking a lawn spraying, well, why not? Why not just give it a little extra? Because at the end of the day, water is king in your grass's overall health. So that would be sort of the quick and dirty version. We're gonna get into that a little bit more as we go through here. So I just want to start out, let you guys just be kind of looking for these. These things run $12 at Home Depot. It's totally worth it. And, with the different tips that you can go stream and spray and shower, it's kind of cool. And they just work really well. So, agitate well, pour, spray.